Hey guys, it's Robin. Thanks for tuning in. So I hope that you all had a very good long weekend. If you got it off wherever you are, I had a good long weekend. I went to a shop in the United States of America. I went down there and got like a bunch of new t-shirts and some other cool stuff. I'm sure over the next couple of weeks I'll wear those t-shirts and reveal them to you. So yeah, hopefully that went well. It was a good time for me and I enjoyed it. A couple things. For those of you who are huge Battlestar Galactica fans, and if you don't know me, I am definitely that. You'll be able to tell by what I say at the end of this blog if you've never seen it before. They posted I guess it was the first episode or the first like half an hour of the new series, Blood and Chrome, and that looks at Admiral Adama's time when he's just becoming a pilot and fighting in the first Cylon War and just everything he has to go through and those experiences and everything. Looks very cool. Definitely it's got a good Battlestar feel to it. A lot of the things looks from the show and everything. But it's cool too because the Cylons are using the ships from the 1979 series, so the base stars are more kind of cylinder, not cylinder, I guess like wheels. Um, the fighters are more almost like disc looking shape and everything, so that's really cool. And there's going to be some land battles and a bunch of really sweet stuff on that. I will post it in the show notes so you can check it out and see whether you like the series or not. I think it's actually a really smart idea of them and a good idea of them to release it on YouTube like this. Lots of times they might do like a TV show premiere on like Sci-Fi or something, but let's be honest, not everyone has Sci-Fi, or maybe it's not carried on space up here in Canada. So this is a chance for everyone to see it, and if they like it, download it. I'm sure it'll be on Netflix, iTunes, all those sort of things. So I think this is a really good idea, and check the series out. It's a chance to kind of jump on to the Battlestar Galactica universe. Another thing too, Marvel has been doing kind of a relaunch of some of their characters. It's kind of a new jumping on point, and this week, so I guess today, their kind of relaunch of Thor. I believe it's called Thor, the God of Thunder. Came out. So it's just a chance to kind of jump off the storyline. That way you're not in the middle of some story arc. You don't know what's happening. So yeah, if you want to get onto Thor, and I'm sure, well, I know they're doing this with some of their other characters too. I'm not 100% sure which ones, but maybe it's a character that you've been wanting to kind of jump on or get to know. Yeah, totally a chance to do it now. So pop down to your comic book store and see about that. I also want to talk about this here. This is my like old school like 1970s copy of The Hobbit. And I know for a lot of people they maybe saw like the first Lord of the Rings and they wanted to go read the book, and they got the book and they got bogged down by all of the poetry and the history of Aragon and just tons of stuff that wasn't in the movie that made the books a bit interesting reads, but a bit long and maybe a bit tedious, and people didn't get through that. The Hobbit is like the opposite of that. It's kind of got a more younger feel to it, so there's not a lot of that complicated history. It's much more faster pace and adventure, but it does have some spots too where it slows down, and Bilbo and Gollum have a little thing. So I would totally recommend, if you can finish reading The Hobbit before the first movie comes out, then you have kind of that perspective of the book. And if possible, I always like to read the book first. That way, when I read the book, I don't have like the movie in mind. I have my own imagination and vision, and then I get to see how my thoughts on this appear on the big screen. So definitely recommend reading that sooner rather than later. All right, last week I asked a question about video games, and do you like video games that get like constant patches and updates, or you prefer it if they kind of patch maybe like once, or twice a year, and just kind of do those little bug fixing thing and not the great fixing of games. I myself don't really care particularly. I will say that it depends on the game. Games in which there are people and there's a lot of real-time strategy going on and you're playing online, like a League of Legends, a StarCraft, I like those to be patched somewhat more regularly, because sometimes certain strategies develop and certain characters or units become just ridiculously OP and they completely throw off the balance of the game. So I like it for that. For other games like a Madden or something like that, I don't really care, because I mean those games, they don't really change so much. Maybe you change the lineup a little bit or you tweak here and there. So generally for me, game specific. If it's a game that needs those constant patches and update, please, please, please do it. If it's not, then we don't need to do it. That way we have to spend 10 minutes restarting our PlayStation and booting it back up and doing those updates. All right, well, until I talk to you next week, so say we all.